Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley, and today I'm in a little different setting. This is my house, not my apartment. That's because I'm back home to see my little babies, and I just wanted to dedicate a video to them. It may not be very popular, or you don't have to watch if you don't want to, but I just wanted to make this for me, and just so I'll always have this documented. This is Macy, and this is Jasper. I will give you close-ups of them later, and I just wanted to sit and chat about them real quick. I got them when I was 8 years old, and Macy started off as being mine and Jasper was my brother's. It took about a year, and Hunter didn't want the responsibility. Hunter is my older brother, by the way, by about 20 months. And after a year, he decided he just wanted to be the fun uncle, and that was fine by me because then now I had a daughter and a son. And that meant I had all the responsibilities of bathing and all the doggy mom responsibilities, but it was worth it. And I didn't mind that he just got to play with them and have fun while I did all the hard work, because I just really wanted the title of mom to both of them. And this may seem like a crazy dog mom video, and yeah, it is. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, you can just skip it. It won't hurt my feelings because I am without a doubt obsessed with my babies. I just wanted to really make this video, and I hope you enjoy. So if you want to get to know my little babies, keep on watching. I'm gonna start with this sweet little girl. This is Macy, and she is definitely mama's little cuddler. She cuddles nonstop with me, and it's just the absolute best part of my day is when I can cuddle with this sweet little girl. She's so cute. How could you not just want to snuggle her? So Macy is more of my affectionate dog, and Jasper, he'll like to lay next to me or lay on my legs, and not Macy's more, she always wants to be up in my chest and cuddle with me right there. Both show their love in their own way, and as you can see, Jasper mainly just likes to lick himself. And so he's usually just laying on my legs or next to me, just doing that, licking himself. I'll get into his story later. So Macy and I are pretty much always attached at the hip. She always wants to be in my lap, always wants to be held. She's definitely the definition of a lap dog, which is totally fine by me. I mean, look how cute she is. How could you not just want to hold her 24/7, which is why productivity and when I'm home is very slow, just because I can't get enough of them. And that doesn't mean I love Jasper any less, because he's always right there next to me too, but she just wants to be very, very close, and I'm totally okay with that. Macy has definitely had her fair share of health battles. She's often dealt with a bad back and just other little complications, but she's definitely gotten through it all. When she was younger, she had a lot of back problems, and once she had a slip disc, and the surgery to fix it was going to be thousands of dollars, and we didn't really know what to do. She couldn't walk. We had to pick her up and carry her outside to pee, and it was a very difficult time, but just because we didn't know what we were going to do. And this was actually a very God moment in our lives. My mom anointed her with oil and prayed over her, and the next morning she got out of bed like nothing happened, and she was walking and she was fine, and it was without a doubt a miracle, and we were so grateful for it because we just love this little love bug. Yeah, but she is so very special to my heart, and I just couldn't imagine life without her. I mentioned I got them when I was 8, but they are 13 now. They'll turn 14 in May. They're cousins. She is May 19th, he is May 13th, and they will turn 14 this May. And a lot of people are like, wow, that's super old for a dog, but no, you should see them play. Like, they act like little puppies. They are the most playful, energetic, loving dogs I've ever met, and I'm totally biased because I'm their mom. But anyway, I'll insert some clips of them playing and just being full of fire and full of life. Next we have little JJ. Yes, he is my trouble child, and clearly he doesn't like to cuddle like Macy does. But the biggest thing you might notice about him is he is missing his bottom jaw. Yeah, there we go. And he likes to just lay down right next to me. He's only rarely cuddles up by my neck when he's half asleep and I put him there, so. But he's such a sweet dog, and he really does have 9 lives. There are so many stories I could tell you about little Jay, but anyone who knows his story knows how much of a fighter he is, and it starts like way back when he was a little puppy. When he first got his first set of shots, one of them, we don't know which, because he got them all at once, gave him an allergic reaction, and it ended up, yep, he's licking himself again. My mom basically saved his life because she is a talker. Every time like she goes anywhere, she can just make friends and just chats up. Sorry, this is gonna be a shaky video because it's on, I'm holding it and it's not on my tripod. Anyway, she was talking to the receptionist at the vet, and I was young, so I didn't really know what was going on. And he was just laying down, and when it was time to go, he didn't get up. And the receptionist called for help, and they lifted up his gums, and they were white, and he was unresponsive. If my mom hadn't been talking to the receptionist, he would have been in the car, and we would have just thought he was sleeping in the car, and we would have gotten home, and it would have been too late to drive all the way back. But they were able to rush him back, give him medicine to reverse the reaction, IVs, oxygen, whole 9 yards, and that was his first little brush with death. Unfortunately, there is more than one with this sweet little guy, and he is just so precious. He's our whiner boy. Like, he is so funny. He just whines constantly, and it will drive my parents mad, and I don't blame them. He's always just constantly whining, but I mean, most of the time he just wants attention, or he wants his more food in his bowl. He will whine if it's not completely filled up. If it's halfway empty, he'll whine, and we'll fill it up, and he'll stop whining. He won't eat it. He just wants to know it's there for later, and he wants to know he's not going to go hungry, I guess. So that's a funny little quirk about him. Anyway, back to his life-threatening stories. Another time is clearly the time he lost his jaw. He went in for a teeth cleaning. He had rotten teeth, and that's just genetic with Dachshunds. Macy had it too, but that was years later, and we went to a specialist because of him, and she's totally fine. Anyway, poor little guy. We took him to just a regular vet that was near our house. We thought it was just going to be a routine teeth cleaning, and we knew some teeth were going to be extracted because he had some rotten teeth. And when we got there, well, on the phone they told my mom, he said that his jaw broke, and my mom was like, okay, will it grow back? Because she just thought it got like, the jaw broke and it was separated, and he was like, maybe. We got there. I didn't know what to expect. My mom said if she knew the extent, she never would have brought me, because I am an emotional mess in general, and when it comes to my dogs, like, they'll sneeze weird and I'll just start crying. So we got there, and his jaw was just completely gone. It didn't, there's no way it was going to be growing back, so we know this vet was just very incompetent. He said that his jawbone was infected and it snapped off during one of the extractions. And at the time, we were just like, okay, so like what are we gonna do? See jagged bone on the sides of where the bone was snapped off, and it was just sticking out of the gum, and it was sharp, and of course he was swollen, and there was like drains and everything. It was a very pitiful sight, and the vet didn't really admit that he did something wrong. But the owner, we got in touch with the owner, and we're like, this is not acceptable. The owner didn't admit that it was the other vet's fault, but he was like, I'm gonna pay for you guys to go to a specialist and get it fixed. And so he had multiple surgeries after that. I mean, the vet we took him to, the specialist, was just appalled that he left jagged bone sticking out of his gums, and that just made us more upset, because now that we had the knowledge that the vet had messed up and didn't do his job, that made us even more upset that he was in pain that he didn't need to be in. And then the vet also didn't understand why the long flap of skin was still just hanging down, basically just dragging. So he trimmed up the skin, he sawed down the bone in his jaw, and then got his gum to cover up the bone, which is how you're supposed to do. Like, you shouldn't ever see bones sticking out of an animal or a human or whatever. He ended up having a few more surgeries just for other things. A bunch of stuff like I don't even really remember, but that was the main part, so I will just tell you that and not bore you to death because this is gonna be a long video as it is, which I'm sorry. And if you're still watching, well, thank you. You don't have to, but thank you. But yeah, he had to relearn. He only has like 2 molars on each side. I think top and bottom he has 2 molars. So we had to hand feed him like soft food for a while, and then slowly he learned to like retrain how to drink water and how to eat food. He has a method. He can't do anything on hardwoods floors, so you have to give his food on carpet, and he'll put it on the carpet and his tongue will stick to it and he'll be able to wring it back into the back of his teeth. And it's just really incredible how dogs are, and they're so resilient. Like, you see dogs who get amputated and the next day they're walking again. Honestly, he's doing so amazing, and I mean, just look how happy they are. Like, they're both so happy, and that's all I could ever ask for. I mean, it is unfortunate that that had to happen, and every time a new vet sees him, they want to know what happened. We always get the question, did his jaw have cancer? Like, did the bone have cancer? And we go, no, why? And they go, that's the only reason why it would snap like that. And they said, and even if it did snap, why wouldn't they wire it back on? Like, ugh. Anyway, before I get frustrated even more, I will switch to a more cheerier topic. So let's move on. Now, on a more happier note, I'm going to put together a little montage of the dogs and sit back and enjoy. So if you've watched all this video, I thank you, but it's okay if you have just skipped to the end, or if you've just completely ignored the video and never even see this outro. That's okay. I made this video for myself, and if you did happen to like it, please give it a thumbs up. That would mean a lot. Any dachshund lovers out there, give it a thumbs up, just because you know who you are and you know how dachshunds are totally awesome. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. They won't usually be like this, I promise. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. God's little angel. If this vet wasn't incompetent, and this sucks.